When I watch you work into a golf ball, okay, you talk about how you have occasional contact issues, okay? Now, you aren't a rotary player.
Nope.
You are a guy who pulls down, throws their arms, and there are good players who do that, okay? But you also create a big tilt. When you go down to the golf ball, you've driven everything forward and your chest really hangs back, which dictates that you have to throw your arms. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay? You want to be more around, even if you're going to have some release. A player like you talk about contact issues, it's because your throw is down.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
When you're releasing down into the golf ball. So if you look at a lot of my rotary guys, right, they'll feel the release is happening out here, whereas your release is down. Would you agree with that? You feel that you do throw straight down on the ground?
Definitely.
Okay. So I'd want to get your body more out of the way, okay, even if you're an arm-based player, to where you can eventually get that throw out in front of you more, okay? So the first thing I have to do, it's a series of steps, right? If I get you turning more, your club's going to get more out in front of you, okay? So then I could bring, if we just go immediately into the turn, then I can bring the slices into play. I don't want to turn you from a mid-70s guy into an 80s guy, right? That's not fun.
Mid-80s.
Okay.
My index like a 10. So.
Okay. So the first thing I need to do with your backswing is I want to get you a little bit more turn, okay? I want to add a little bit of depth to your backswing. So go ahead and set up here. We're going to do this in steps, okay? Now, when you're going back, I want you to feel that this right hip is going to turn a little bit more back and up. So here we go. So see how I really load that there?
Yeah.
Okay? Keep turning your chest. There you go. So that would be adequate depth. That's getting fairly close to the heel line at the top of your backswing. Now, when you come through, I don't want you to feel that this is just going to go forward, okay? I want you to feel that this knee is going to go more around.
I know.
Does that make sense?
No, yeah, I mean, I took that one. I took like a short game lesson, and I took one more, you know.
Yeah.
And he was like, his thing was like this butt cheek, like going back towards, you know, that sign. You know, he was trying to get me to.
Okay.
That was his thing, you know what I mean? So he kind of like I have not followed up with him, so.
I don't hate that thought, but it has to be done right.
Okay.
Okay. So if you're trying to get that back, your feeling is going to be that this knee goes around and then pushes up.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And then this side will get dragged forward. Okay. That's how you get there. You don't want to just feel that everything's going this way.
Yeah.
Okay. So when that knee is going around, you're also going to feel that you're adding some flexion into the lead side pelvis. So you're sitting down a little bit as you're taking that.
Okay.
See, that's still trying to go forward. Rip it. There you go. But when you're doing this, start over again. This is going to go down slightly as this is coming around, and then push it up and back. Boom. See how you get fully extended there?
I do. I just.
Where can your throw go?
I was taught like all your power comes like you got to get all your weight through the
ball. We were all taught that way. That's
you know
okay.
I mean? So
you're still getting your weight through the ball. So even if you're doing it this way,
no, I understand.
everything's getting
like
forward.
I'm 55, you know. So
Yep.
Playing since I was like 7. So
I hear you.
You know.
So you learn this through slow motion freezers.
Okay.
So when you set up, you're going to go up to the top, feel the bigger turn, stop. Then I want you to crunch down, get this around. So you'll notice everything's centered over the golf ball now, right? I haven't tilted back. No. I'm not leaning forward. I'm centered. Then when I go around, I'm trying to get my right shoulder more in front of the golf ball. Now, I'm not super open when I'm doing this, okay? I have I talk about rotary players. I have a lot of kids who are getting here at impact, okay? I am only slightly open here, but I'm still, when I'm throwing my arms, I'm able to throw them out in front of me instead of straight into the ground. So that's good, but when you're rehearsing, all of it has to be predicated on you getting a bigger turn. You're still not getting that big turn. No, when I'm watching you do that rehearsal, your hands are just working too far out here. From a bigger turn when you sit down, you see where my hands go?
Yeah, they go down.
If I don't get a big turn and I do the same thing, see where my hands go?
Yeah.
Now I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
That's the guy who's going to be in the 90s if we don't get that. There you go. Now keep this in tight. Sit down. Boom. Boom.
That's the move I can't see because I want to go this, my old way. You know?
Sure. Feel it turning around. So you said something to me earlier, and I meant to bring it up, and it was fascinating, right? You said you want to feel like you keep all your pressure in the inside part of your feet. No.
Yeah.
Okay? When you're making this move, look where my pressure just went.
Yeah.
It needs to get into the outside part of the foot. So when we're pushing up and back, when you do that sit-in, boom, I'm gripping into the ground here, right? My pressure is moving towards the outside ball of the lead foot. It's trying to get in here,
Yeah.
okay? And then from there, that's when I push it all back and allow everything to clear. Does that make sense?
It does.
You know, the biggest thing for you, I'm just trying to get that knee out a little bit more, okay? But the biggest thing for you is to put yourself in a position where the chest is moving more up so you have the potential to release out in front of you, right? That's the big key there. So the pressure does have to get into the outside part of that lead foot. Do that without a golf ball one time. There you go. Up top. Screw in and get the pressure outside. There you go. Now fire around. There you go. That's really building that feel. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that leg is straightening. Are you noticing a little bit better? You're still watching it. You enjoyed it so much. Are you noticing a little bit better compression on it too?
What do you mean by compression?
Do you see that launch where you feel like you're hitting down and then that golf ball has that nice trajectory like that last one consistently?
Yeah, I hit a really high ball before.
That's not that high.
No, I'm saying my old swing
Sure.
was super high.
So when you think about it, if you're here and you're hanging back, that's adding loft.
Yeah.
Now, when you're doing this, when you're getting that release more in front of you, one of the benefits from it that you don't really think about is the handle is going to get more in front of that golf ball as it releases out. So you're actually probably increasing your angle of attack, your AOA, slightly, which is getting you better compression on the golf ball. It's probably going to flight it a little bit lower, okay? And it's going to increase the amount of spin that you're seeing on that golf ball. Does that make sense? Yeah. You get more spin, you get it a little bit lower. You have the same stopping power as the high ball, but generally you'll notice you hit the ball a few yards farther. Okay. So all those would be considered
I like
positives.
Straightening the leg. That works better than thinking about but back towards.
Sure. They're trying to accomplish the same thing.
But I like straightening the leg as far as the swing thought.
Yes, it makes sense, and not to your other coach was trying to get you in the same positions I am.
No, yeah.
But you can really get yourself in trouble if you think of pushing the butt back, and then you still have that little C move here in your spine. Now I'm way behind a golf ball, and now I can chunk. I don't want my players thinking about, I've given it as a field to certain players dependent on what they do. Okay. But I think pushing this back can be dangerous. Feel like you're just straightening that leg and pushing that hip back.
That made a difference.
Perfect. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate your help in growing this community. I come out with new content every Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Thanks a lot, you guys.